Hi, this is Mihai with another personal check-in for Boulder Dance Narnia. And this one is about the Tuesday Denver classes. I've had a few students there lately, maybe 6, maximum 8. And while I personally love that, because I love teaching, actually 6 to 12 is probably my ideal class size, because there's enough that it doesn't feel boring, but few enough that I can give everyone a lot of individual attention and I can actually feel everybody in the room. It's basically the size of a T group or a circle. So maybe even 6 to 10 more than 6 to 12. So while that's my ideal class size, what doesn't work for me is to pay more rent than I have money coming in. So ideas on how to deal with that into the future, there are several. One would be to negotiate lower rent rates, which it's a beautiful large space, larger than we need, and I don't know, part of me doesn't want to do that. I want to actually support people who go on the line themselves and open up beautiful dance venues, and Tom Held has been amazing as a person to work with. Another option would be to move it to Mondays to a smaller, much cheaper space. The other consideration is also, do we want to go dancing to the Mercury Cafe afterwards? I found it myself more than half the time I'm too exhausted from teaching, and I don't actually feel like dancing. Also, I'm realizing that Wednesday at lunch I play basketball, and then the rest of the day I'm shot, physically exhausted, and I had only connected it with the basketball, and lately I've been thinking maybe it's actually staying up Tuesday night, because when I do try to go dancing in Denver, or even coming back to Boulder and traveling, then basketball at lunch, and then it turns out that I have a hard time even teaching for a couple of hours, teaching private lessons for a couple of hours. So that's one way that teaching on Tuesday nights in Denver is affecting me. For other people, I think they have the same thing. There's a certain atmosphere that gets created in our classes, especially from the 8 to 9 class. I don't know, like a sense of wonder, a unique thing, and then we go into a big social dance where there's a lot of approaches to dance, most of them I think dissimilar to mine, and I don't know if that's the ideal fit. So teaching classes on Tuesday or not, I suppose there's also the question, am I conflicting with Rachel's classes? And I think we're attracting a completely different crowd for the most part. So I'm not concerned with that. I hope she's not. And I've certainly been encouraging my students to go to her dance afterwards, and many do. So I don't know what to do with that. What I really appreciate is the opportunity to teach classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and do the authentic relating stuff I do in Boulder on Wednesdays. And therefore, that gives me the opportunity to go to San Diego or San Francisco on the weekend, on an extended weekend, which makes me really happy. But I could potentially go away for the weekend and still come back for Denver classes on Monday night. But if I'm teaching in Denver on Monday, I think there's like a 0 to 5% likelihood that I'll ever go social dancing in Denver. And sometimes I do have kind of limited fun. The other thing that's a lie for me is that the intensive training I'm just now starting with people who might want to be teachers in the future, has been really nourishing me. And just dancing with people who are gathered intentionally because they like dancing with me, they like learning from me, it kind of feeds me in a way more than dancing Tuesday nights in Denver. So I might not actually need to go to go dancing Tuesdays in Denver almost ever. So that's kind of where I'm at. A lot of it depends on other people, my students and what they prefer, and also getting more clarity on what I'm actually wanting. And I look forward to clarifying all that stuff.